Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Talking Reds. My name is Damon. This is Harmony. This is Redszone, and we are live on a Friday night, and we want a bit of a chilled one tonight. Friday night is a chilled one. It's a night where you just wind down after a week of work, wind down after a week of drama, stress, whatever you want to do. This is a chilled time now for you guys at home. Everyone, please make sure if you are watching live, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also get your notification bells on as well. Get your thoughts in the chat of the week's news. Florian Wirtz, Jeremie Frimpong, Dean Hoyson, Konate, Trent, Booze, Arsenal, Liverpool. This weekend, Liverpool, Brighton. It's all going to be checking about it all on this episode today, but we're going to be a chilled one today. I'm not going to give you the news, the latest news of today. We're just going to be talking about the week's goings on, football in general, me and Ham, and we want to be nice and composed, nice and calm, and just enjoy. Have a nice vibe. It's a Friday night. Everyone's enjoying probably a takeaway, maybe opening a bottle of beer, something like that. Whatever you're doing tonight, make sure you're here and enjoying a nice, chilled Friday stream with myself and Harmony. This is Redszone. This is what it's all about. Ham, how you doing? How are you doing? I haven't spoken to you for a week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How you doing?
You know what? It's been an interesting week. An interesting week from Sunday, the Arsenal game, 2-2 draw, the Trent booze. Then it went on to reports, the transfer reports to Florian Wirtz coming out, Jeremie Frimpong CLOSE, Dean Hoyson's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And then we see the Konate stuff all coming out now where potentially could be going. It's they're starting to worry that it's the same as the Trent situation. Well, this is what happens when you don't sort the fucking contracts out earlier on. Yeah, I'm talking about you, club, right now. And then also we've got another game coming up this week on Monday. It's a weird weekend of Premier League because it starts tonight and it ends Tuesday. The FA Cup in between.
Yeah, and then you got the Europa League final on the weekend as well. So,
is that going on?
Yeah,
that's happening next week. It's Wednesday night. I know. Don't worry. That's just an irrelevant. Two teams irrelevant and a competition that's irrelevant.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Wednesday. I thought
no,
it was
Wednesday. Yeah, it changed. You know what? It actually Champions League and European football changed to Saturday at one point, didn't it, for finals? But it went back to. I'm sure it went back to Wednesday. I'm sure Europa League certainly. Wednesday. I don't know about Champions League. I don't really take mind of Europa League, and I don't really take mind of Champions League when we're out of it. It's one of them, innit? It's one of them. Hey, feeling right? Should we start with like Trent and the booing, because I've addressed this properly. I did a stream on Monday, a proper addressing of Trent Alexander-Arnold and why he got booed, and we're seeing it again today. Mohamed Salah's come out and in an interview with Gary Neville said he don't really agree with the boos at all. He said, from my perspective, but at the end of the day, Mohamed Salah's his mate. He's not going to throw his mate under a bus. He's not going to. He sees a different view what we see. You know, we're not mates with Trent. And like I said on Monday, look, do I agree with the booing? It doesn't matter if I agree with it or not. What I will do is I understand the booing, and I also accept that people want to boo that way. If they're frustrated, and that's where they want to show their frustrations in terms of booing, then that's up to them. At the end of the day, I'll keep going, but at the end of the day, it's not up to me to decide on how people think and how people react to certain things. I've always said, look, if they go too far with like abuse and things like that, then that's as you know, I'm going to call that out. But in terms of the booing and in terms of Mohamed Salah saying it's not right, but like I said, Mohamed Salah is his mate and he's not going to. Are you back? You back?
Yeah, sir.
Are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Good. Right, you're back. So yeah, I was just saying, like the booing. Look, I'm not going to tell people how to react. As a human being, I can't expect people to react the same way I react at certain things. You know, you know, I've worked in schools, and I can't expect kids to react certain ways in a different. If I give them some news, I can't expect every child to react the same way. It's the same with adults. Booing is okay for me as long as it don't go to abuse. Did you see what Did you see what Laurie said from AFTV about the racism thing?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that angle, and I'm glad that AGT kind of shut it down real quick because um, I think what's happening right now is rival fans, especially Arsenal fans, they have nothing better to talk about, and they want to kind of cling on to this Trent situation to kind of avoid. They're using it to kind of get away from their reality of their team not doing well in the league and their team not achieving anything, and they're trying to push this agenda. Oh, Liverpool, they shouldn't be reacting like that. Liverpool should be doing this, should be doing that racism thing. I don't look.
I thought that was a wild
Oh,
comment, though. To throw
yeah,
racism out there, for me, I said it on Monday. I
hmm
think it mocks the fight against racism
yeah, yeah. Because I
massively.
think all respect to Laurie. So I have nothing against him. I think he's a great guy. He does a great job for his on his brother's channel. I'm sure he has his own channel as well, which is I'm sure he's doing pretty well as well. But I think that angle is a bit left field because nobody can sit here and say that we as Liverpool fans or the fans there were booing him because of racism. No, because if that was the case, we would have been booing Trent to begin with. You know, if it was because of racism or color, he'd have been booed from time ago. People are booing him and fans are booing him is because of the fact that he's leaving. And don't get me wrong, I feel like fans would have still got angry if he chose to leave, but it's the way he left, is the things that he said, is the things that he did previously before the move happened, is why fans are so angry. And I don't get why rival fans don't understand that. Even when a Liverpool fan even explains this to them and says to them, look, this is what he said, this is what he did, it just goes over their heads. And they just want to point out the fact that, oh, we are being ungrateful for the fact that he's leaving. Yes, we don't want him to leave. He's our guy. Like, you know what I mean? He literally came from the academy all the way to the first team. Jurgen Klopp gave him a chance. He did well with that chance. He won the league with Liverpool. He won the league again with Liverpool this season. And we wanted him to stay. We wanted him to be the captain when Virgil lived. We wanted him to be the next guy that's gonna carry the mantle. And he's deciding to go do something different, which is all fair enough. But at the end of the day, Liverpool fans are have their rights to be annoyed. You know, even regardless if they're angry, 99% of the anger goes to the club, and then 1% goes to Trent. They're still angry. They're still placing some sort of blame. You know what I mean? Because when you're an academy graduate and you're a scouser, you have a level of responsibility to the club. It just comes with it. It comes with the territory. When you're a scouser and you're playing for the squad and you're playing for the team and you came for the academy, you have a level of responsibility to the club, and it's always been like that. So I don't know how people are acting like this is brand new. This is something that just came out of nowhere. Did you see what we did when Steven Gerrard was about to leave, or he was even thinking about leaving? You saw what Liverpool fans did because he's a scouser. He was one of our own. We were not gonna have him leave, go to another team. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? So you know what? I think the best way to explain it is I can't wait for one of their big players that came through their ranks
The hypocrisy.
leaves.
So funny. You know what's so funny. If it happens now, if it ever happens, like say Saka goes from Arsenal, the
Mm,
same way, exactly the same way Trent's doing, but or snaking regarding 2 years planning it,
yeah.
everything that's Trent's done.
Hmm.
I bet you Arsenal fans are very. I bet we would react like that normally, like we do, but I bet they're very like, do we react like that now? Because
Yeah.
they don't want to show
Yeah.
ourselves,
We
don't want to
don't. Yeah.
expose
Exactly.
ourselves. You think they're very
So
wary of what could happen now.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and I just think it's more the more it's coming out this week about he has actually been in an agreement with Real Madrid for like 2 years now
Mm,
with the Bellingham situation. But he did it with Bellingham 2 years ago, and the club has known about it for a long time, and that's
yeah.
where they should have cut the snake's head off. Pardon the pun, because everyone says a snake, but I'd say cut the snake's head off in terms of sell him or you drop him for the
Yeah.
season. It's as simple as that for me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it has been a up and down thing again. It's going to come out again. Do we expect him to get booed now for the rest of the season? I don't think he
Yeah.
will. I think they've made the point. Do you think he's going to get booed constantly?
Yeah. I think fans, that booing in that moment, it wasn't just in that moment. I think fans are still angry. Um, I think the best thing for him personally, the best advice I'll give him if I was his brother, I'll say, look, convince Liverpool to take the deal that Madrid is going to give them the money so I can leave early and leave, and don't go to the parade, don't go to do anything else, just leave, because
Yes.
I don't think he's going to get the reception that he deserves. And whether it's right or wrong, I think give Liverpool fans time to digest this situation, get over it, and you never know. A couple years time, you might get your applauded, you might get your flowers that you deserve. But for right now, I think it's a bit too early. It's a bit too
It's too raw.
soon.
It's just raw,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's too raw right now for a lot of Liverpool fans, and I think it's kind of like you broke up your missus, or you divorced your missus, and then 2 weeks later you're trying to go back to her again and trying to resolve the situation. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? You're
I
both
said the
still.
exact same analogy, last week about cheating.
Yeah.
He's basically talked to another partner, another spouse or whatever you want to call them.
Mm,
He's talked to another girl and behind his girl's back, and he's expecting. What's he expecting? Is he expecting like flowers when he comes home when she's found
exactly.
out?
Exactly. So
I think the booing last week was probably needed from him. Just to maybe show him reality. I don't know if is he far from reality in terms of what he can do and what he can't do. I don't know. And it's not just about leaving Liverpool. It's just the way he's done it. I think for
the
me,
way you done it, you know.
I'd have accepted. Look, if he wants to go on a new challenger, fair enough. I'm old enough and wise enough to to think. Hang on a second. Not everyone's gonna want to stay at Liverpool forever. Even if
Yeah.
he's a Liverpool fan, scouse, it doesn't matter. People
Yeah.
think differently. So, but you don't do what you have done and the way you have done it for
Yeah.
the club you're supposed to love.
Yeah. The way he handled it was really poor. That's I think that's what a lot of fans are kind of angry about, is the way he handled the situation. If he came out earlier in the year and said, you know what, this is something I want to do, and this is something that I want to try a new ambition. It's not that I don't love the club. I think it would have gave fans more time to digest it, get over it, and then you would have got your plaudits. You would have got your goodbyes at the end. Liverpool would have rolled out the red carpet for you, said, "Look what he done for us," brought out all the accolades and everything like that, and then gave you something to leave. But because you've done it in a way where I get, maybe in his head and him and his brother's head was thinking, you know what, we won the league, everybody's happy. Let's let them know now. It's probably the best time to let them know. It was the worst time to let people know, because we're in the midst of celebration, and you're coming up to us to say, "Oh yeah, your granddad died. When did he die? Oh, 2 weeks ago. What? Why didn't you tell me?" You know what I mean? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of I just think he should have handled it better. I think his brother and the people around him gave it the wrong advice. And it didn't help him through the situation. But look, at the end of the day, he got what he wanted. Now we just got to move on, and I hope he does well at Madrid. And I just hope he doesn't get the Bell Gareth Bell treatment, where he wins a lot of things for them and they still boo him, they still, you know, lambast him. So yeah, but all
Well,
good.
if he gets good over there, then at least we're getting him used to it.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, I don't wish. I always wish. I don't wish him not well. I don't wish him like his career to go down the drain. I just want
yeah,
Real Madrid to fuck up. I can't stand Real Madrid. And I
yeah,
always go back to this. I always go back to this. I can't believe 3 weeks ago we had Real Madrid and Arsenal, and there's plenty of Liverpool fans. All the Liverpool fans online was cheering Real Madrid on. Never in a million years. I'd rather. There's only a very select few of clubs that I can't stand more than Real Madrid,
yeah,
and Arsenal ain't one of them. So there's no
mhm,
way I'm talking about that. So yeah, transfers as well this week though, mate.
yeah.
You're not getting excited for Florian Wirtz, are you?
Ugh, mate, you already know. I don't know why you even asked me at this point. You already know. I told you already my ideal, or how to handle this summer. My idea is, until I see them in the shirt, I am not getting happy. That's just be honest with you. And I think the last 2 years kind of scarred me, because you gotta understand, Liverpool were smooth operators. When we wanted a player, we went out there, we did our due diligence, and we got the player. But the last 2 years, maybe 3 years, it got a bit rocky. We missed out a couple of players here and there. We weren't proactive in the transfer market. We weren't doing our groundwork earlier on, and we got burnt for it. So I feel like that's hurt me and that scarred me, especially last summer with that summer with Caicedo, and the Lavia situation that really, really messed me up. Um, so I think for me right now, like I
It's
said,
like
mate,
therapy, this, isn't it?
honestly, it is. It really is. Honestly, it really, really is. And I'm glad, he's seeing us doing so well. I'm glad that he they gave us the God of honor. I don't really care if they won. We didn't care. I'm glad he's seeing this, and I hope it continues. And he rules that decision of not wanting to not coming to Liverpool and going to Chelsea because of the money and the contract length, and they're gonna give him whatever. Um, yeah, but yeah, like I said, that I saw the news. At first, I was like, "What? Where did this come from?" Because there was throughout the whole season, we got names and names, but he was not one of them, you know. And then all of a sudden, he's met with the Liverpool representative, met his family, spoke to him, and
Took him to Coral Island,
yeah,
Blackpool.
Blackpool, buttered him up a little bit. Listen, come over, look what
Come get a
and
pound burger.
so crazy about what I've realized as well. Yeah, Liverpool. I feel like Liverpool has been planning this for a while. You know why? You remember when we played them in the Champions League and we beat them? They didn't fly.
There were accidents next day,
They
yeah.
stayed in Axel, trained there for a while, walked around the facilities, and then they went back. So I feel like Liverpool it was almost like a little welcome. This is what you might be coming to. This is what you could be walking into. This could be your new home. This is the ground. I feel like that was kind of Liverpool's way of kind of showing them what we have and what can we can give to him and facilities. So maybe I might be wrong, but I'm just reading into it now in terms of the fact that we're linked to him all of a sudden. So yeah,
Well, I posted in our group chat, didn't I wrote an article 4 years ago
yeah,
for LSE Transfer Room that
mhm,
we'd actually contacted his parents. We've been in contact with his parents, so that's 4 years ago.
yeah,
So I think that contact's been there with him, and again, showing around Laxa. I mean, it would have been easier if we had Klopp, wouldn't it? I'm not saying anything against Klopp, I just think that German connection.
yeah,
I think most
hundred
were like,
percent,
"Oh, Klopp," you know what
hundred
I'm
percent.
saying? So I think that's a bit easier. But the thing is with these transfers, mate. The thing is with these transfers, they're always possible at Liverpool. The thing is, we never pay the money. That's the issue.
But apparently, the owners, well, from what I'm hearing and what the reports are saying, is that Liverpool are willing to pay that money, and they're more than willing to go out there and pay that money. It's just now they're waiting for the player to give them the go ahead, whether he's gonna stay in Bayer Leverkusen or go to Bayern, or he's gonna leave. So I feel like if he gives the nod saying, okay, you know what, I want to leave Germany. I think Liverpool will move very, very quick with this, and you'll see things really pick up. And Liverpool, I think that's what I'm seeing in the reports what's going around, that Liverpool are actually willing to pay the money. It's just down to the player whether he wants to leave Germany or not. So yeah,
Welcome in, John. I subscribe to your YouTube. Thank you very much, John. Welcome tonight for Reddzone. It's gonna be Reddzone on Friday night is a chill one. It's
yeah,
takeaway, bottle of beer, whatever you drink. It could be a glass of water if you want to drink a glass of water. It's up to you. But it's a nice chill one on a Friday. Just talk about the week's news, Liverpool in general, the vibe of the transfers and anything else that's happened at Liverpool throughout the week as well. So Florian Wirtz, yeah. I can't. I'm like you, where I want to get excited for these. These are the kind of transfers you get excited when I was a kid. We didn't really hear the stories beforehand. That it was just
yeah,
always like we've signed this guy all of a sudden.
hmm
And I miss that sort of like I miss coming back home from school and seeing, oh, we've signed this guy, or we've done this, or we're making a move for this guy. Even
hmm
though it really made no difference to us because we're still shit no matter who we signed. Um,
yeah.
but I can't physically get excited until he's literally getting fouled in the box with a Liverpool shirt on.
Okay,
Even
you're a bit too extreme. I wouldn't go
even
that far.
even if he held the shirt up, I don't care. I'm not. He can hold the shirt up. He could easily be snatched last second. I'm
No,
not. I
because as
want
soon
to
as he
see
holds the shirts and he already signed the document, so you can't take him away now.
that. The training pitch is not even enough. The training pitch is not enough. Not where AI works these days. I can't even take a training pitch picture. I need to see him in a Liverpool shirt on the field in the first game of the season getting fouled.
Wow.
Well, and I say getting fouled because it does a close up of him. I can't even see the distance one. I can't even see the normal TV broadcast camera of him and say
Yeah.
that's him. I need to see him getting fouled and a close up of him on the floor, and that's definitely
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz.
Okay. Yeah. Yours is a bit. Yeah. You're gone through worse than me then, because I'm not even that bad, to be honest with you. But okay, let me ask you a question. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think Liverpool will actually go out there and actually put the money down for this guy? If let's say that he actually went out and he said, "I want to leave Germany." Do you think that with the ownership that we have, they'll actually be willing to go out there and pay what it takes to get this guy?
I'll tell you the headline the next day. As soon as he says I want to leave Germany, the headline next day is saying Liverpool are giving up on their search. They're giving up on their pursuit of Florian Wirtz because they believe Man City have full reins of the situation and they are looking at alternatives. That will be the headline the next day. As soon as he says I want to leave Germany,
Oh boy.
word for word, word for word. Anyone that's watching it, write that down word for word. That will be it. That is the headline. We're looking for
Okay.
alternatives. Oh, the names will be Rain Shirky's an alternative. And I love Rain Shirky. There's nothing against Rain Shirky. But just using him as an example of what's going to go on here. As soon as we get a sniff of his boots touching ground in England for an actual signing something on,
Yeah.
we will shit our pants. You know what it is? We are that guy in a bar that will do all this talking. Said, "Oh, I'm going to go up to that girl and give her my number, or whatever they want to do." However, however it works these days. Does it do it all online? I don't know. I'm not the young guns anymore. So with that guy, I would say all this talk, we'll do this, we'll do that, and when it comes down to the real moment of doing it, they will absolutely shit themselves, and they won't even dare go over and do something. We are literally the football club equivalent of a keyboard warrior. We will talk all the shit online until the dotted line needs to be done, and we won't throw the money down. Did you get all
Yeah.
that? I
Yeah.
know
No,
you're busy
I'm not.
talking,
I
but
can
did you
hear
get
you.
all that?
Now I was just. I can hear you. I muted myself. I was talking to my brother, but I can hear you. I can hear what you're saying.
Yeah, we are the football club equivalent of a keyboard warrior.
Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, I think. But you see, for me, okay. Let me ask you this question: if they said to you, you can either get Shirky and Isak or Florian and Rodrigo, who would you pick?
And Rodrigo, are you putting Rodrigo into that? Not
Mm-hmm.
like Ekatike or something like that.
No, 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 no.
See, that's hard. See, I if you're going to choose Ekatike and Florian, then I'd go Isak because I think we need a striker number one. That's number one thing. But Rodrigo and Florian Wirtz as a double would be that's a madness. That's a madness. I've got to say that is an absolute madness because Rodrigo has potential to. I think he is potentially world class nearly already. And Florian Wirtz for me is one of the best creators in the world, one of the most talented youngsters in the world. So yeah, I would go. And I would normally choose Isak because for me he's the best striker in the world. But regarding when you've added Rodrigo to it,
Yeah,
Wirtz Rodrigo.
yeah. Oh, so you'll take them two then.
But knowing how much it costs for them.
No, no, no. Forget about the cost. I'm just saying, out of the two guys, you would take her.
Yeah,
You would
but
take
if
her.
you're asking like Florian Wirtz and another striker in terms of like an Ekatike, I'd take Isak because I think Isak's the best in the world as a number 9.
Okay.
In fact, I actually had asked this last night about. I did one on Twitter last night. A tweet I did, and I said, "What would you take out of these trios?" I think it was Cherky, Stiller, and Isak, or would you take Florian Wirtz, Ekatike, and Adam Wharton?
Mm,
So I tried balancing it out a little bit, and I would take the Isak one. So I like
yeah, I
Cherky and
think.
I like Stiller.
Yeah, I think I'll take definitely those three: Stiller, Shirky, and Isak. That would definitely take that. Definitely, because I think that will be covering three positions that are vital that we definitely need. We need another guy can play with behind Gravenberch, or even challenge Gravenberch, and then you have another guy that can challenge Sobozalai, and then you got a bona fide guy who can go out there and get you 25 goals per season. So yeah, I'll take it all day, every day.
I'd be intrigued though if this Wirtz thing is actually going to happen, or are we actually pushing for it? I'd be
Yeah,
intrigued to see. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in negotiations, because when they're wanting 120 million pounds, I can't imagine the talk that we have to be in that, because that first offer. What are we offering that first offer?
I think if you're asking me, I think Liverpool. Let's say by Leverkusen, they're asking for 150 mil euros in terms of euros, yeah. I think that's like 120, 125, 130, I'm guessing.
Yeah, about
Something like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Liverpool, their first bid will probably be 90, 90k with
90k. That is
90k, you know,
that is you're actually
90k. I'm
spot
so
on. That
done,
is spot
sorry.
on. That is spot on.
Yeah,
It will be actually 90k. I was going
they'll
towards
kick,
that 90k.
they'll kick us out. They'll kick us out that room, you know. They'll fully that 90 million, and I think they'll do like a 15 million's worth of add-on. There'll probably be appearances, goals, assists, and whatever, you know, trophies. And then I feel like if they say no, they will go, okay, fine, 100 million with a 15, you know, 15 million worth of add-ons, and I think that will be. I feel like Bayer Leverkusen will take that, because if they can get 100 million there, and then they have 50 million worth of add-on because they know the guy is good enough, he's gonna get the appearances, the bonus for the appearances, they're gonna get that. The assist, they're probably gonna get that, and trophies, I'm guessing they're probably gonna get that as well. So I think they'll be more willing to sell him for that amount if Liverpool actually went out and did that. So yeah, it really just
I
comes
think you're
down to
being very
Liverpool.
kind on that first offer. I think you were closer with 90k.
I'm so done. You're not serious.
It'd be a 70 million pound offer, a trip round Anfield, and a lifetime supply of Doritos. But when they say lifetime supply, the small writing will say just a week's worth.
Right. So wait. So what do you think then? What do you think it will take for Liverpool? Let's just say that um negotiations start going to happen. What do you think it will take for Liverpool? Like, what do you think Liverpool will do in terms of like negotiation? What's the first bid they'll put down? If you feel as you like, what do you think they'll put down?
The first bid, I can't see them going 90 mil. I think they have to, because obviously it's so far off. If anything, less than 90 mil, it's so far the mark.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Liverpool lowball, I mean, it's just, even if the first bid say 90 mil, it could be. I think it could be about that 90 mil. There's no way we go up to 100 mil in the second bid.
So what do
It's
you think
going.
Liverpool go up to?
It'll go to 91.5 million. We'll do a bit at a time.
I can't see. I think it'll be. I think Liverpool know that. I think Edwards himself will know. Like, look, if this was any other player, we could do that. But because he's such a high profile player, and you don't want to lose him to Man City, because you know Man City is gonna come straight away and put that money down. Boom, take it. We don't want to negotiate, whatever, take it. Here you go. We just want the player. I think they would have to go to at least 95, 97, close to the 100 mil mark, and then add the add-ons on top of that. They would have to. They can't play about with this. This will not be something that they can play about, do 92, 93. No, it has to go to the 97s and 98s. Get close to that 100 mil mark where they can feel like, okay, you know what, fine. We got close to the 100 mil mark, and the add-ons will be fine. We'll take that. I think that's what Liverpool would have to do. If they done the 100, let's say they give 90 and then they give 91, Bayer Leverkusen will be like, you lot are taking the piss at this point. Yeah, you're taking the piss at this point, and we don't want to negotiate no more, and they'll walk away from it. Because you understand, he's still under contract with them. You know that, right? I think he still has like 2 years left in his contract with them. So they don't have to sell him. they really don't have to sell him. But because of the fact that they respect him and they okay, you know what, fine, you've done enough. Xavi's leaving, and there's not really much for you to stay here. We don't want to hold you. We're gonna allow you to leave, but we just need to come up with the club that whatever club you're gonna go to, we just need them to pay. That's why he's leaving. But if clubs are playing about with him, they'll be like, okay, fine, we'll just keep him. We'll keep hold of him for 2 years, and you guys have to wait because you're taking a piss. You know what I mean? So they don't have to sell him. They really don't.
I just think we have to get Clanner involved in this sort of deal. I really do. It's too. For me, it's not. We always could afford. Liverpool can afford any player on the planet. It's
Yes.
just we literally hold back as much money as we can each time. I mean, the Lavia one was just embarrassing. I talk about the Lavia one all the time. 50 million they wanted. We offered 45. Then we offered 46. Then we offered 47. We didn't go up to 50. And
But I
then
think,
at what point is the player thinking you're taking piss here? Do you even want me?
to be fair to you, I think with Lavia, if you really look at him, the last 2 seasons, this guy's been injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries.
You've been very
And
unfortunate.
yeah, so you got to look at it. I think Liverpool probably foresaw that because you got to understand Liverpool, they've probably done their homework with this guy. They said, we don't. So they had to try keep them. They don't want to pay the full 50 to get the player because they're thinking, look, you're not worth 50 mil because we can see that you can pick up this injury. We can see that there's something wrong there, and we don't want to pay the full 50. Obviously, Chelsea didn't care. They just wanted a player. You understand, Chelsea don't really have a transfer plan. They see any player that can kick a ball and has a whiff of talent, and they go, "Yep, here's the money. We'll take him." So but Liverpool is more like they take their time. They actually look deep into the player and they do their research. So with Lavia, I think we dodged the bullet there. As much as he's a good player, very when he's fit, you can see the quality. But the availability is the best ability. You know what I mean? So no worries, mate. So I think for me personally, I'll just I think we definitely dodged the bullet there. We definitely dodged the bullet with Lavia. You know, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Wirtz, guys. Let's see what happens with him. I think he would be a very, very good signing if we did manage to get him in there. He'll
I
be a
want to
very,
know,
very good.
right? I want to know. I want to know what that phone call is going to be like with John Henry because if you think about it, say we get Frimpong 30 million, yeah? Frimpong
Mhm.
35 million, 30 million.
And
Get
here's what you don't
Kirk,
have to pay
not
a full
40
30
million.
million, by the way. You can pay in full. The Liverpool plan pay in full installments, so it's not
Yeah,
like
so
full.
say we get Kirk,
Yeah.
so we get Frimpong, so we
Mm-hmm.
get a striker, and
Yeah.
there's Verts left to get. We've
Mm.
already spent, say, in the region about 150, 160 million pounds. I need to hear that phone call between Edwards and Henry.
Yeah, that conversation will be very
Asking for
interesting.
Verts, asking for money for Verts. Now
Yeah.
that would be the most interesting phone call to be a fly on the wall for.
Mm-hmm.
How would that go? Having spent
Uh,
150 million already, and you're asking
hmm.
money for Verts. I mean, how do you persuade Mr. Henry to loosen his pockets slightly to get Verts as well?
Mate, that's the job for Edwards. I don't know how that conversation. I don't even know how he will start that conversation because as soon as he says money, as soon as they hear money, that phone call is going to go silent real quick, or go silent real quick. As soon as he hears we need more money, he go "Ding." Hello, hello, hello. You still there?
For fact he's gonna he'll be feeling sick to his stomach about
Mm-hmm.
to press that number in and press that phone call to start that phone call. That is that phone call to work in the morning when you're not going in,
Yeah,
when you feel sick to the stomach. You already feel sick because you're ill,
yeah.
but you're feeling more sick because you have to make that phone call that you're not coming to work. That phone call that Edwards has to do to ring John Henry more money just to get Wirtz over the line, he'll be practicing. I know for a fact that he'll be practicing in the fucking shower the night before.
Yep.
He'll be going over it in his head. What am I going to say to him? What am I going to say to him? And he's going to be practicing in the mirror in the morning. He'll be on the toilet until he'll be off and on the toilet all morning until that phone call's made. At what point do you make that phone call to John Henry though? Because you want him to get up, you want him to have his pancakes and his golden syrup, his American pancakes, whatever he has in the morning. He wants to make sure he's had his cigar. Make sure where's the best time of the day to bug John Henry? Because it will bug him. If you're honest, this is bugging him. He turns his phone off usually.
The best time will be when he's fully drunk and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he can give you the easiest answers ever. Honestly, that's the best time. That you can't. There's no other time.
It's nighttime, isn't it? So it's nighttime. So
yeah, nighttime's the only time you can get. You can
the 5 hours behind.
Yep.
The best time to get John Henry on this to ask him for more money would be say 11 o'clock at night. So it's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning over here.
Yeah.
Nah, that Edwards isn't sleeping.
Yeah, he ain't.
He's pulling all night. He's pulling all nighter to get this done.
Can't. He really can't. He has to write a whole script on how he's gonna say it. You know how
he's gonna have plan B as well. He's got a plan B and plan C as well. How the script goes, because if the script comes off script, he's got another script to follow as well.
Mate, he'll have literally the whole alphabet right there waiting to use on him to get that money. So, but look, I think let's just see what happens. Honestly, let's get this Frimpong deal out of the way, get that signing sealed. You know, bring the guy in, and then let's see what the next move is for Liverpool.
Hello, John. John, it's me. It's me.
Mate, you probably won't know who it is. Who's this?
It's me. It's Michael. It's Michael.
Right.
Michael, you know it's 4 o'clock in the morning over there.
Yeah, I know, John. I know. Well, I've got something I need to ask you that's very, very important.
Michael, we're good friends, aren't we, Michael? We're good friends. We go way back, don't we, Michael?
Yeah. You own the club, don't you, Michael? You own the club, don't you? You do, don't you? And you want it to succeed, don't you? You want it to succeed, right? You want to see what we're doing well. Okay.
Michael, remember when I bought you that cigar? I was, when I said, "Oh, you owe me one. You owe me one." Well,
oh, but yeah,
I'm not saying you do owe me one, Michael. Right before you put the phone down, one second. I just want to ask you a simple question. Do you like sports? Do you like sports? No, I didn't say football. I didn't even mention the word football. I said, do you like sports?
Boy,
it'd have to be at least a 40-minute conversation before even asking him. He's got to sweeten him up.
You got to bottom up. You got to.
He's got to get into his mind. He's got to do something here to relax him. Maybe it might not be a phone call. He might have to do him. He might have to just give him a massage. Well, it might be during a massage by himself.
Mate, I'm telling you. Yeah, oh, man.
It's one of them flying over face-to-face conversations, potentially. Yeah. I mean, 100%. The last time John Henry flew over for anything business-wise was to get Chelsea done. And when we thought we were getting Caicedo, it came over to get Chelsea done rather than actually buying Caicedo. So I can't have too much faith in this happening. And
no,
I do think it is a position that's not absolutely vital. I don't think that helps matters either.
No.
So if it was like a striker that's going for 140 million in vital, then sort of like might push it a little bit more. But
you're more willing to let it go.
If it's not absolutely vital, like we need to get it no matter what, then it's not happening, is it? I just feel like it's just not happening, is it? It's just not happening. Blackpool's just not enough. It's just not enough. Could be enough for some people, but I don't think it is for Florian Wirtz. I'm hoping prove wrong here, and I hope we come back next week. We speak about this again. Is officially signed for Liverpool, because I think we'll see more next week anyway, because it's the Bundesliga end this weekend. So I think Frimpong will confirm next week. That's what I'm expecting because
Yeah,
Bundesliga's this weekend,
yeah,
and Florian Wirtz, I think we'll see a. I don't think it'll be done, but I think we'll see more clear where he is actually going.
where, yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, I still think Bayern's his likely destination, but if he does, decide to leave Germany, apparently we're ahead of Man City when it comes to the pecking order. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's what I'm hearing. Um, yeah. So it'll really come down to us if
The
that's
thing
the
is, we
case.
probably are in most times. We probably, like I said the other day, look, people like these rivals and these pundits saying, "Oh, we're not attractive." It's absolute garbage. Liverpool are one of the most attractive clubs in the world. The only thing is just we never pay the fees. We can
That's
get the
it.
players. Well, if you go to Liverpool, you go to Man City. Liverpool obviously is going to look more attractive in terms of the
Yep.
you know the fan base. Number one, at least we've got fans. Number two, just walk around Anfield and see the trophy cabinet and just see everything. You'll feel Liverpool's just a better place than Man City in terms of not ambition, but in terms of just the club itself and the history that comes with it. So, but the other thing that we
100%.
can't offer that Man City offer is guaranteed fighting for titles near enough every season, and uh, the fees getting paid.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Man City at the moment? Because they are actually going out to try to get them and try to get Reinders from AC Milan. I think they're
Yeah.
very confident that they've won
And
that
now,
court case.
um, I don't know, because that court case, everybody really knows is gonna run until next season. Next season. So those players will still be like, you know what? I'll get 1 season high paycheck, and if they get done for it, I can always say, you know what, I want to leave, and I'm sure they know that they're good enough where a good team will come in and get them. So it's not like they're scrubs and they're like, oh my gosh, if I go there, I'll be stuck there. I have to get this team back up again. Now they're good enough players where they know that there's teams out there who'll be willing to pay the money to get them out that the situation that they're in. So I don't know if they feel like they're confident that they won that case. But what I will say is Man City will be back next season, 100%. And this summer window will be one of Liverpool's most important ones because if you start off really, really well in terms of like you bring in the players that you need, Man City will be you're already ahead of them right now, and then you bolster that. You're gonna stay ahead of them for at least good 2-3 years because that's how Man City did. That's what Man City did. They were strong. They bolstered that strength. They kept getting players that were gonna come and add strength into the team, and that's why they went ahead and done all the things that they've done because they kept adding and kept adding and kept adding and kept being one step ahead of everybody else. So as if you're Liverpool, if you're Arsenal, and you want to stay ahead of Man City and you want to be competing, you want to win those trophies, you have to make sure that this summer is a summer where you address all the things that you need to go ahead and go fourth again next season. So because for a fact Man City are going to spend money this summer. They're going to spend money. They're going to bring in players. They're even looking at what's his name, Danny Olmo from Barcelona. They're looking at him as a potential, if Wirtz doesn't come to them,
Next
they
best,
can
yeah.
get him. They can go to for yeah, you know what I mean. So they're really trying to sort out the issues that they have in their team right now. And if you're Liverpool, Arsenal, do not rest. Go out there, get the players that you need because these guys are
Who do
coming
you
back next
think's
season.
Who do you think's our biggest threat?
Definitely, right now, I'll say Arsenal because of the fact that they're a striker and a midfielder away from fully challenging. Maybe even a left winger from fully challenging. So I'll say Arsenal for now, only because I don't know what Man
Man
City
City
is
have a
gonna
bigger
do.
rebuild in terms of De Bruyne is going. I think they have a bigger. But then again, they're going to get Rodri back. He's been a massive miss, obviously.
Yeah,
But if they get someone like
Yeah,
Wirtz and
100%.
Reinders in, they've already got Gonzalez. Marmoush was a brilliant signing.
Yeah.
I think I agree. If Arsenal actually had a striker and a left winger potentially, I think they've got the best.
Mm,
I won't say. I think they've got the best defense in the league at the moment. Arsenal.
true.
So they've
Yeah,
got that.
yeah,
They've got a strong
100%. In terms of
midfield. I think
yeah,
they certainly need
hmm
another. If Partey's going, they need a midfielder to replace him, or if they were to get someone like a Wirtz as well not a Wirtz, someone else to push Odegaard as well. Then I think they've got a strong midfield. Declan Rice is brilliant. That striker position. I think you know what? I think Arteta's done well this season to keep him at second, but again,
yeah,
I think he holds them back at the same time.
yeah. It's
But that's
with
it's hard
him.
to then say, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna challenge us next season with Arteta still there as well. It's a tricky one with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's already under pressure, and he needs to do something this next season. He needs to, like, bare minimum FA Cup. I don't even think a Carabao Cup will be enough to keep him in at Arsenal. Especially if they go out there and they get the players they need for him. Especially when
Oh, he's
if
gone.
they go
He's
out there
gone.
and they
If it
get
if they get a striker
strat. Yeah,
and he doesn't do all, he's gone.
yeah, yeah. So he would a bare minimum that he would have to get is an FA Cup, maybe even an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Because I don't feel like just the FA Cup will be even probably even that will probably not be enough to keep him at the job. So yeah, he's really really under pressure, and I think this is where you'll see the kind of manager he will be, whether he can handle the pressure or he can't. Because when you're under pressure, it's different. Because the last couple of seasons, he wasn't really under pressure. The board was backing him, and board would say, "What do you need next season?" He's like, "I need this." They gave it to him. "What do you need next season?" "I need this." They gave it to him. Now the board is looking at you like, "Bro, we gave you all the pieces that you said you needed, and you still haven't done anything. Next season is your last chance. If you do not bring us silverware, a major silverware, you're out the door. Because we're gonna back you one more time, and if you do not bring us silverware, you're out the door." And that having that in the back of your head can really, really
Can make or
like
break you.
affect. Yeah, it can make or break your
Yeah,
career
yeah.
and affect your season. So yeah, next season you're really going to see the kind of manager Arteta is, in terms of because of the pressure and everything that's going to be on him to bring something in.
Right. Everyone in the chat, if you are in the chat, please get your comments in. Make sure you do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on as well. Get your comments on this. I'm asking you some questions now for the next 5-10 minutes. What's good? What's more likely to happen? Arteta winning a trophy next season, or Liverpool getting Florian Wirtz?
That's not fair. You can't ask people that. You cannot ask people that. That's not fair.
Answers in the comments, please.
Oh gosh.
You've got to
This
give me
should
an
be
answer now.
interesting.
You've got to give me an answer. You've got to give me an answer. You guys in the comments as well
Oh
while
mate.
watching, give me your answer. What's more likely to happen? Arsenal win a trophy next year, or Liverpool get Florian Wirtz? This pause, right, from Harmony, right? This pause right here tells you everything you need to know how we are run. Because the
Oh,
answer should
the
be
thing is, I don't.
Wirtz every day of the week. But because we know that we
Yes.
don't get signings like that, and we're not willing to pay the money usually, that there is a slight inkling, there's like a slight, like a little bit of a part of Aaron's brain now still saying Arteta to win a trophy. And it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
there. It shouldn't be there. It's like seeing a quality street in a box of roses. It's not there. It shouldn't be there. What are you doing here?
You know what? No, I'm backing my team. I'm gonna back my team. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. As much as I don't want to, I would have to back my team. I think we're more likely to get Wirtz than Arsenal winning the league, winning the trophy. This might backfire on me, but yeah, just because I don't want Arsenal to win any trophies. That's the reason why that's generally the only reason why I'm saying this. I just don't want to even utter the word that Arsenal and trophy in the same sentence. I do not want to even say that. So yeah, I think yeah, us getting the player will be more likely to happen than yeah.
What's going to happen first next year? Arteta sacked or Ange sacked?
Oh, Ange's gone already. He's not staying for next season. He's really gone, mate.
Imagine him winning Europa League and just straight out the door. You know what? I could
Yeah,
see it though.
mate.
I
He's
could
really
see it.
gone.
That if there's any hope
Yeah,
of him staying, it is the Europa League final. But even then,
yeah,
that's
mate. The amount of injuries that they have is absolutely yeah. It'll be a miracle if he wins that Europa League.
right.
It'll be an absolute
I'll ask
miracle.
you one more question before we go. One more question. One more
Yeah, go on, mate.
question. What's more likely to happen next season?
Mm-hmm.
Mohamed Salah, 30 goals.
Okay.
Yep. Or
Mm-hmm.
Mohamed Salah, 15 assists. Bearing in mind, I'm asking this because we're going to get a striker.
Yeah, but you see, the assist part it depends on the striker that we get. So I can't rely on that because I don't know what striker we get because there's not really that many options out there. Ekatike, Sesko, eh. The only one that I'll actually if I knew we were actually gonna fully do it, and I'll be confident that I can get that, it will be Alvarez and Isak, but we're not getting them two. So yeah, I'll go with the most out of 30 goals
Yeah.
because that's more down to him.
Yep.
That's under his control. The assist part is not under his control. He can just put the ball there, and he's relying on someone else to finish it.
It depends who you ask
So
as well. It depends who
I'll
you
say
ask.
the
Because if
30
you ask
goals.
Arsenal fans, we get about 2 penalties a game. So the odds are it is 30 goals, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
I'll say 30
yeah,
goals.
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
more than the
I agree with that.
assists. Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching Redszone tonight. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like this video if you have liked it. If you haven't liked it, then just click like anyway. Do it. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Just move your mouse over, click like. Helps us out massively. Thank you everyone that has watched tonight. Thank you everyone that has subscribed so far. I appreciate everyone that watches every single night. I appreciate you all so much. And we will be back tomorrow. Myself and Hooks are back, I think, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you get your notification bells on as well. And we are also live tomorrow night for a match preview Sunday night for the match preview for because we play
Yep.
Monday, don't we? So match preview on Sunday night. We'll also be live again tomorrow night as well. So make sure you